Alright, how's it going, guys? I'm back. And I have added a whole nother set of refineries here, and I'm feeling like I need to move these up now that we don't have that oil that was up here. I may move these up here some point in the near future. I also have added in another set of chemical reactors over here for making plastic. I have them set up with beacons that I have not given them because, well, as you can see, I ain't doing nothing. Because we're going through way more plastic now. Also, all of these have number 3 productivities in them, and the beacons have 2 speeds in them. It's what I've used in the past, and it's always worked out pretty well. But for today, oh, and I wanted to show you guys, I haven't been doing any research because I got the rocket control units done, and I also got the military 4 done. And the military 4 gives me cluster grenades and piercing shotgun shells. Probably not going to make the shotgun shells, to be honest. Probably not going to do a whole lot more fighting now that I am to the point where I can do artillery, because I will have those do most of my work. But I wanted to look at what other things we have in here, because there's also a railgun turret, which looks just interesting. It's an extremely powerful turret, specialized in taking out large groups of enemies at once. So we're going to start that so I can get it done, because that just looks awesome. And that is going to give us our ability to make a tank eventually. There's also a laser artillery turret and a rocket turret eventually. But we're going to go ahead and work on that for the moment. When it gets done, then I will probably do the artillery so I can get that going. And we can go ahead and do the rocket silo whenever we're ready. But I am not quite to that point. But I want to do some coal liquefaction today, because as you can see, none of these are running because we're full up on heavy oil, and we have all of this coal here that's in the way. We have this thing that's completely full of coal, and we have this one down here that's in the way, along with more there that I didn't even bother to do. We've got plenty of coal. And in this, if you guys remember correctly, oil is not infinite. Or at least the oil wells are not. If there's some other way of getting unlimited oil, I don't know it. So we're going to copy this here, and we're just going to take it and we're going to plop it about, I want to try to keep it about the same. Yeah, I am terrible at keeping these straight, but I think that's going to be about it. And I'm going to do 2 of these. I should be able to do it like that, I think. And that's all within build, but I want to go ahead and put one of these right here. There we go. And now, let's see about getting all of this here piped up. I may have to move these. I'm not perfectly sure this is going to work right. Because I want to put in the beacons as well, so we can get extra productivity out of it. So I just got to make sure that I leave enough room in the middle here. Where are my... There they are. All right. So now, if I do that and I do this, well, I guess I need to do this as well. I don't know why I did the water one first. There we go. Now, I still need to get these beacons actually auto-crafted, but yeah, I can fit that right there perfectly fine. Okay, good. And that's 3, 6, 7, so I definitely need to copy one of these over. Put it right there. Get rid of that, because I need to have an equal amount of them. And then we'll paste another one right below it, which is completely wrong. Okay, right there. Don't need any of those on either of these. Alright, so that'll take care of that. And power poles are all in there. Don't think I need that one anymore. That should be perfectly fine. And we have the water right here, which we can run up here. Alright, the water's gonna go there. Yeah, that'll be just fine. Okay, that'll take care of all my water. So I just need to get the rest of these pipes done. And shit, the one thing I didn't think about. Let me see here. I can make one more, and I need some steel plates, because I did not think about how I'm getting the coal in here. So I'm gonna need that, and I'm gonna need to get the coal in there, which if I put this here and here, that would work. Now if I copy this over and I put it here and then there and there, that should take care of that. Let me be lazy here. Copy that right on over, and they can add the rest of them in there. Now, if I do this, is this gonna work? Shit, I just overwrote that. Okay, that all works. And then, yeah, see, that's actually going to stretch out to up there. So that's not going to work. I'd have to have 2 lines of coal coming through here, which I guess isn't horrible. Alright, give me a minute to finish piping this all up and see what I can do to manage. See if I can find enough of the modules to get this done and stuff. And we'll be right back with it, hopefully running. Hopefully. Be back in a minute. Okay, I figure I ought to bring you back in for this part. First off, we're going to pick another research to do here. And I'm going to choose the Mark II Power Armor. We can get that done. But I went ahead and cut the power off to the pump here. So our crude oil is empty. So we're going to go ahead and take this out. And we're going to change that pump around so that it goes out this direction now. Because I have gone ahead and moved the oil processing up here. And they're still working on getting everything done with the these guys, beacons. But with that done, I'm now going to, this is one thing I didn't do, was I never connected up the heavy right here, which was an accident, but it's actually a good accident because I actually need to use that heavy to start the coal liquefaction up there. But I want to go ahead and unmess this mess up because this is just a big mess right here. We've got nothing in there. We've got nothing in there. So I can basically pull all of this out of here now, which I'm going to go ahead and do here in a second and clean all this up. But I wanted to show you guys what I was actually doing here. There's a little bit of oil in each one of these, which when I hit to change the recipe should put that oil back into the pipe, which should then fill up into the other ones. So that's how I'm going to keep from losing as much oil as possible. That should all run over and into this last one, and then I will go ahead and knock that one out of there. But we need to get this heavy oil from here up to our coal liquefaction. But one of the first things I need to do, there's 2 very important things I need to do. One of them is I need a tank that I can read the heavy off of, because we're going to have the heavy that comes out from these go back into the system, because for the coal liquefaction, it takes 25 heavy and coal and steam. Not the water I put in. I had to take all those pipes out. And then it'll give me 90, 20, and 10 of heavy, light, and petroleum. So we need to take that heavy and feed it back into the system. So I'm going to take, well, actually, let's take this out, because I want to put, we're going to put the steam engines down here. I grabbed the ones that, or not the steam engines, the boilers. I grabbed the ones that I had early on, and I'm going to make one for each pair at the moment. I think that should be good. So if we do 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. I got 10. That should be fine. That should be more than enough, I'm hoping. And what I did for the, I did go ahead and run 2 of these, and then we're just going to, for right now, split them like that, and that should work. And then I'm going to go ahead and put one of these right here, and we can just steal a little bit of this off of here. Oops. That back in there. And we're going to run this across here to run our boilers, which I probably will change this over to run off of fuel instead, because we have all this fuel down here. But for right now, coal is just going to be easier, so that's what I'm, honestly, the coal is not easier. I'm just doing it for who knows why, but we're doing it. Alright, so now we can just run this across here, and we can take this up where I was originally taking up the, this is gonna have to move. I can move it back to here, and that'll be fine. And we'll do that. That'll get the steam into that one. And in case anybody knows, I do this in case I need to walk through here. I don't have the sneak through mod, so that will allow me to walk through there just fine. And we'll see if that actually can keep up. So now we need to get our tanks that we normally have down yonder over here. So let me get this cleared out a bit here. Not that one. That was not what I meant to take out of there. Got a little too anxious. Alright, so we need 3 tanks. We need 1 for the heavy. We need 1 for the light, and 1 for the petroleum. And we're going to go ahead and run this one over to there. And then we'll run this one up. And it'll connect to this one. And then once I get all of this up here changed, it'll all get thrown down into this one as well. And we will probably put in a whole nother set of cracking machines at some point. Alright, so that is now done. I'm going to go ahead and do the advanced radar. Get that done. Alright, now we need to get the light over here, which this has to be right in the daggone way too, because normally I would do it so it kind of lined up with the pipes, but for this one we're gonna do it like this. I really hate when it does that. Okay, that is not what I meant to do with that. It's supposed to be like that. Alright, so that'll get all of those in there. And then I just need to run these up and connect them here, which for this corner I don't have to worry about walking through it, so we'll just do it like that. And then this one is gonna go over here somewhere. There, that'll take care of all of that. Now, let's go ahead and feed up all of that heavy we have right here. I'm hoping that'll reach, yeah, right across like that. And I'm just going to feed it right in to there. And that should feed it heavy oil, heavy oil. That's the output, dumbass. You need to feed it into this one. There we go. Now they can get started. And I also need to do up to this one. That'll get those started. Alright, so now what I want to do here is we're going to make a separate heavy down here. And this is the one that's going to be used for lubricant or cracking. And I may actually make another one for lubricant as well. Probably not, though. So now we're going to set this one like this. And we're going to tell this that the heavy fuel or heavy oil, that condition is enabled if that is above, and we'll just say the normal 20K. So now that will not turn on and pump out to here unless it's got too much, which right now it's going to, because we have all of this. So now I just need to make sure these are empty, which they are. Let's go ahead and clear the recipe on all of these. That one's still got light in it. Yep, because that piping is wrong. There we go. That one's done. That one. Looks like all of these actually had the exact amount, so ain't gonna have any extra in any of those. But there we go. That gets them clear. All the pipes are basically clear. This has just got a little bit left in it. So now we can clear that, which will clear the pipes. And I can get all of this tore out of here. And that also means I can now break this pipe out. And I'm going to put a pump actually right here. So I probably should have done this before I broke that, but I want to go ahead and pump these pipes as dry as I can get them, which they now are. So give me a minute, let me get all this cleaned out of here, and we'll finish this episode up. Alright, I think I've got it all done now. So I have all of this piped up and everything is ran. The heavy oil is full, and I went ahead and ran these pipes over here, which I'm going to go ahead and connect now. This one lined up absolutely perfectly for the gas, so I didn't even have to mess with that one. So now we just need to get a bit of power in here, and there we go. So the only thing that I don't have done, by the way, I moved the train stop as well. The only thing I don't have done now is setting up the cracking. I'm not going to bother with showing you guys doing that, because it's literally going to be the same thing that I have down here. I'm just going to move it. As you can see, the old train stop has been removed. All of this is gone. I'm going to replumb up this down here to all of the new stuff that I have up there. Probably take out this cracking area here and move it into this area or into this area. I'm not sure which yet, but I'll figure that out. And then that should give me a whole lot more petroleum gas for my plastic, which is the first thing I need to get set up. And now that we have that set up, I am going to put where in the world are they? There they are. I'm going to put these and all of these, and then we're going to put speeds in these here. And I've got plenty of room here. I'm not going to put anything else down here. That way I can stretch this out even more if I need to. But that is it. I got to get the cracking set up because I'm now out of petroleum again. And now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and just do another one of these. I'm going to get these other two done as well. Or 3, I guess. And then I will probably do the uranium. Voice is meant cracking. Probably do the uranium next. But that's going to be it for today. Hope you don't mind the extra long video. I will see you guys next time.